Thank you so much, Sibu. So on the 4th of March, it is World Obesity Day. And today we have Hayley. She's joining us online. She's the Nutrition Science Team Leader from the Heart and Stroke Foundation South Africa. As I said, joining us online. And of course, guys, if you at home would like to hop in on the conversation, all of our social media, it is EKSE Live. So of course, just make sure you're commenting, sliding into the DMs.
Yeah.
So,
we love DMs.
We do.
We really do. Hayley, welcome to the show and thank you for joining us.
Hi, thank you for having me on the show today.
Absolutely. Now, my first question is, obesity is one of the biggest health crises that we're facing today. Why is that the case?
Yes, so thank you for the question. According to the World Health Organization Obesity Report, the global prevalence of overweight is 1.9 billion people. And of these, 800 million people are obese.
Yeah.
And in addition, over 340 million children are overweight or obese. Now, in the South African context, an estimated 31% of men, 78% of women, and 13.5% of children are classified as overweight or obese.
So it's interesting when we talk about obesity, right? Today we're going to be talking about obesity, about body positivity, about the fine line in between as well. And as I mentioned, every year on the 4th of March is World Obesity Day. So Hayley, can you tell us a little bit about what is the theme this year?
Yes, so the theme this year is changing perspectives. Let's talk about obesity. And it aims to encourage everyone, from the individual living with obesity to the practitioner treating it, as well as policy developers, to start the conversation about the complexity of this medical condition.
And now I want to find out, why is it so important to have a different theme each and every year? And how does this theme differ from the one that was there previously, in the previous year, of course, 2022?
Yes, so obesity is on the rise globally, and efforts to address it are challenging due to the misconceptions about obesity. And the goal of this year's theme is to change perspectives, to correct misconceptions and end stigmas. So we want to harness the power of conversation, because when we talk, debate and share, we can transform health outcomes for everybody. This year's theme is similar to the World Obesity Day 2022 theme, which was Everybody Needs to Act. And this was a call for people around the world to unite and address the global health crisis. So everybody needs to act in order to improve the health of populations around the world. And everybody needs to have conversations and talk about obesity to reduce the burden globally and in South Africa.
So apparently some people confuse being body positive with obesity. What is the definition of obesity and what are the negative outcomes of it?
Yes, so obesity is defined as an abnormal or an excessive accumulation of fat in the body that can have adverse effects on health. And people living with obesity are at risk of developing cardiovascular diseases, and this includes strokes and heart attacks, certain cancers, type 2 diabetes, and also respiratory conditions.
And now what I want to find out also, something that's very alarming that's happening in South Africa is child obesity rate is rising at a supernatural rate and at a very high rate. Is there anything that we can do to counter this? Is there anything that we can do as regular human beings, as South Africans, as parents, to make sure that we're not feeding into this, but taking away that side of things and improving our general health as human beings in South Africa?
Yes, well, first I'd like to tell you what the Heart and Stroke Foundation is doing to overcome this challenge. So we've got two main initiatives that have a direct focus on childhood obesity, and that's our Heart Mark endorsement program and our Schools Health Promotion Initiative. So the Heart Mark program is a tool used to make it easier for parents to make healthier choices when faced with a variety of options at the grocery store. And it helps them to identify healthier products that contain less added sugar, salt, and unhealthy fats, and more fiber compared to other similar products. And this makes it the best choice for everyone in the family.
Right.
Then with regards to our SHIPPY, or our Schools Health Promotion Initiative program, we approach primary schools and we offer a fun health talk to grade 5, 6, or 7 learners on the importance of healthy eating. So the foundation will continue to work towards empowering communities to adopt healthy lifestyles and assist in making healthy choices easier. But then, as you mentioned, parents also have a role to play in childhood obesity, because parents are the biggest influencers of their children. So what can parents do if they have an obese child? Some possible solutions are: do not use food as a reward. So praise your child when making healthy food choices. And do not use food as a tool to bribe, punish, or reward behavior. And then always eat together as a family. So where possible, sit together, avoid eating in front of the TV or a computer, as this leads to mindless eating and often overeating. So you can also encourage your child to eat more healthy foods. And as I said, because a parent leads by example, and they're the single biggest influence on the children, the parents need to make healthy food choices as often as possible. So don't keep high sugar and high fat foods at home, and let your children learn that there are healthy, everyday ready foods that should be readily available where possible.
I think that's so important, especially now. And you talked about something that's important about how you can be the leader in your home and deciding for yourself that, hey, I'm going to be a healthy person. And then your kids will see from you, which is very important. And not using food as a reward. Like, I know sometimes I'm like, okay, to reward myself, I'll get something unhealthy. But I think that's just a really important conversation.
It is so true. And of course, thank you so much to Haley for joining us in our discussion around World Obesity Day that gets observed every year. Again, folks, that's the 4th of March. It's taking place. Make sure you head on over to the Heart and Stroke Foundation South Africa to see their campaign this year and how you can get involved and make a difference.
Absolutely. Right now, though. Oh, yes, Haley?
Yes, so what I wanted to give you is our contact details.
Please
or do you have them?
Yes, no, you can give it to us really quickly.
Do you have our contact details?
No, we don't, but we'll make sure we put them on our social media platforms and get them from you a little later on. Right now, let's head over to our fitness section with Usibu as well as myself.
It's